polls that are all over the place. I would argue that this is not an immigration policy that we're seeing unfold. This is...
What the hell was that?
Well, folks, it looks like the Democrats are back to hating cops again, and in the most unhinged way possible. I've got a few examples to show you, but we'll start out with this nutjob California Democrat who leaves even the CNN host stunned with what she has to say about ICE agents and police officers. You have to see it for yourself. Check it out, and then I'll give you my thoughts.
A lot of polls that are all over the place. I would argue that this is not an immigration policy that we're seeing unfold. This is domestic terrorism. Yes, actually last term there was a bipartisan piece of immigration reform legislation that Donald Trump asked Republicans to kill because he didn't want Biden to sign it. We know that Americans support immigration reform. We know that Democrats support immigration reform, but they do not support ICE raids like this happening.
Can I just
in communities?
follow up with
Sure.
you? You said this is domestic terrorism. Can you just tell me what exactly you mean? Are you saying the ICE raids are domestic terrorism?
So what I'm saying is when you have grandmothers taking young children to church or to the grocery store or to a little Korean market like the one that was in my district that was raided, and all of a sudden you see masked individuals with no identification, producing no judicial warrants that have names on it, asking no questions, snatching people, putting them in a van, carting them off, detaining them, not informing their parents or family members, not even allowing Congress members to go in and check and make sure that everything is okay, and then deporting them, you have a real problem. We have 9-year-old children being that, yes, I would argue that you are terrorizing communities. Los Angeles does not feel safe.
You don't say.
Okay, so let's just go over this timeline. So we have Democrats in their media inciting mass riots against police officers between 2015 and 2020 that left dozens of murdered cops and tens of thousands injured, based largely on total disinformation being pumped out by the media like hands up, don't shoot.
It's a made-up tale.
Next, the media and Democrats suddenly love law enforcement after a 5-hour Republican riot at the Capitol. They spent the next 4 years lionizing police officers to justify the harsh treatment of J6ers, including the peaceful ones. Then, the moment Donald Trump takes back over and officers are enforcing our immigration laws, the Democrats go right back to hating cops.
So I think, for many, many reasons, this is very different.
Of course!
And it's not even really that they're hating cops, it's that they're actively inciting violence and promoting lies that will be used as justification for it. That's why we have Democrats now calling police domestic terrorists, because that will be used as the rationalization to take extreme action. She's not alone by any means, with multiple Democrats and media talking heads putting out very similar incitements.
Masked agents of the state in unmarked vehicles are terrorizing communities.
Proud of my Democratic colleagues who are willing to stand up to this thuggery. You know, my dad served in the Second World War. He fought the Nazis in Northern Africa. He fought the Nazis on the Italian peninsula. And I think he's looking down right now and he's happy that I'm fighting today's Nazis.
Things began to be difficult on Friday when raids took place. And it's important that I begin there, because that is the cause of the problems that have happened in the city of Los Angeles.
Donald Trump's pardons are a complete abandonment of all of the men and women in law enforcement around this country. The Capitol Police officers, the Metropolitan Police Department officers who protected the Capitol that day, who protected members of Congress, senators, the vice president, put their lives on the line to do their job. So I don't want to hear Donald Trump or any of the congressional Republicans say that they support our law enforcement officers, because they do not.
I will be introducing a bill that will prevent Homeland Security officers from hiding or concealing their identities and wearing masks, because we don't live in a country, an authoritarian country, where we have secret police who are masked, who are intimidating, who are scaring people. That's the stuff of authoritarian states. That is not the stuff of that's not how the United States operate.
Don't miss the point, you all. Don't think that somehow, because they called out the National Guard, there was violence. There was no violence. I was on the street. I know. He started this. There should be no violence. He should not continue to support violence. They should not be edged on and, provoked in any way, and that's what the President of the United States is doing, to exert his power and to show that he's in charge and to show that he's going to get the numbers that he promised to get people deported.
Well, okay then, I guess January 6th was provoked by the Capitol Police, because until they showed up, it was peaceful.
Oh, that was different.
What do you all think? Let me know in the comments, and if you're still here, might as well hit that like button and subscribe, because I do post on a regular basis, so you gotta keep checking back for more. Thanks a lot.